Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Reddit Rose report. Not doing too good on predictions this month. I think I only got about 3 right out of all the pay-per-view matches that was on last night. Threw me off. I couldn't believe Jericho winning over Wyatt though. That got me. Then with the Battle Royal, I really didn't. I was just a guess. Alright, Randy Orton reveals on Instagram he got pulled over by the Florida Highway Patrol today for having, of all things, tinted windows. He says, really? Again? He said, do you think the State Highway Patrol would have bigger fish to fry than to pull me over for tinted windows? Alright, noted that The Rock has been kind of hinting around that he's going to be doing a DC comic character. Well, anyway, he's given a new hint. I guess the character he could be playing in a new interview with Total Film magazine. The Rock appears as he's referring to Shazam, or Shazam's arch nemesis, Black Adam. Rock gives a hint that the video that's on YouTube says that he'll be making the announcement soon. WWE DVD News confirms that the Punk interviews segments that are being kept in WWE's new Paul Heyman DVD and Blu-ray that comes out on August 5th in the United States. And there's no new episodes of WrestleMania Rewind or WWE Countdown on the network this Tuesday night, and 1 week after WWE loaded up the network for a free preview week, it appears they're airing nothing but replays this week. And there are still chances that they may premiere a new Legends of Wrestling episode on Friday night or a new Beyond the Ring on Saturday, but the schedule hasn't been updated so far. And WWE website's got a new poll up asking fans about Dean Ambrose. Should he have been allowed to wrestle and compete at Battleground last night? Over 11,000 votes says 86% have voted yes, definitely. It was kind of hypocritical of Triple H to eject Ambrose after Kane and Rollins backstage attacked Ambrose and Raw, on Raw went unpunished. The rest of the vote says no way, Dean Ambrose is out of line and should have waited for his match before going after Seth Rollins. He's a bad boy. And it's now been confirmed that Brock Lesnar is currently on his way to Miami Beach, Florida tonight for tonight's episode of Raw, and he's going to be appearing, they're starting to build up for SummerSlam is what it is. And as noted, WWE World Heavyweight Champion John Cena, he's taken off. He's out of town. He's out of there. He's got to go on to the train wreck movie that he's making in New York City. Cena caught a flight out of Tampa this morning to New York, and you can bet me that's going to be used in a storyline. He left town. Alright, let's give you the update on Lana. Lana's making an apparent reference to the Malaysian plane flight, getting shot down over East Ukraine last week during her promo at WWE Battleground last night, is getting picked up by several media outlets, including Washington Post, which Vince always loves that stuff, and is causing heat from fans on social media. Lana said, "You blame Russia for the recent current events." That's what the line was. Somebody on Twitter says, when Malaysian plane tragedy is used for a promo, WWE, you've gone too far. And, oh, did WWE just do a Malaysia airline tragedy reference? Someone needs to be fired for that. And WWE using Malaysia tragedy for this promo says bad taste. Anyway, what the Washington Post said, first time the WWE used a giant photograph of Russian Vladimir Putin to elicit boos for its heel Lana and Rusev, a pair of Eastern Europeans who hate the U.S., is largely looked at as a success. A cheap one, sure, but this is pro wrestling, and we're looking about, and there's almost always certain throwback charm to, getting set up for a classic USA versus Russia feud. Who else would be the better? You can't go with a hacksaw Jim Duggan. Who else would be? It's got to be Cena. Representing USA. You can have Mark Henry. He was on the the American team in the Olympics and stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else it would be. You know, that's in WWE right now. Anyway, got to be seen as the Save America. But anyway, on Saturday night's Battleground pay-per-view, the shtick became less amusing and more cringeworthy, the New York Post said, when C.J. Parker Perry, the bilingual American who plays Lana, the aerobic Russian manager Rusev, who both in real life and in the ring hails from Bulgaria, decides to allude to a recent current events while ranting on the microphone about how Russia is better than the United States. It's just causing heat. Maybe it's too soon. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what goes on tonight. Whether she gets interrupted before she gets to say anything, I think they'll just probably do that for a while anyway. Zack Ryder tweeted about his reaction to last night's Battleground pay-per-view. He says, well, I'm sorry for letting the Jack Pack down last night. I blame Kali. Alright, good news. He says, I had an entrance, I had new gear, I had sick tan, I looked zacked, the bro tee returned. Bad news is I was the second to get eliminated. Alright. Noted before that WWE is planning to have Sheamus versus The Miz for a long-term feud, and Sheamus recently teased unification of the WWE, U.S. title, Intercontinental Championship, and The Miz winning the IC at Battleground last night. And there's more speculation among fans we could see the unification match between the two, possibly at SummerSlam. Thanks for... Let me know what you thought about the pay-per-view last night. I'll let you know about my view tomorrow. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.